Ciao a tutti ragazzi. Uh, come state? Innanzitutto buona domenica. Oggi è una bellissima giornata di sole. Come state? Cosa fate di bello? Oggi farò un live qui su questa diretta con un'amica speciale. Tutti conoscete questa persona. Però magari molti non sanno il lato personale, il lato umano di questa fantastica donna. Siamo amici da molto tempo e ho voluto condividere con voi una chiacchierata così, una chiacchierata domenicale. Allora, vediamo se è in linea. Sì, molti di voi già sanno di chi sto parlando. Aspetta un attimo. Visualizza, vediamo. Eccola. Eccola, dovrebbe arrivare.
Ciao!
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, sweetie. Oh
How
my
are you?
God, I am wonderful.
Oh, you look
Thank
wonderful.
you for the birds in the background. You're so
Oh, can
romantic.
you hear them? You know,
Yes.
I prepare here flowers for you. That's
I
all I can
mean,
do for.
seriously, ladies and gentlemen,
I, I did
Piero.
a great introduction for you, like talking how beautiful you are inside. Yes, because people know you like the artist, the singer, but many of them they don't know how we are inside
And
and how
you are
handsome.
amazing.
Actually, you are more
You.
gorgeous than me. Actually,
No, you are wonderful. You are sweet. You wear glasses, so I mean, come
yes,
on.
we
It's
match.
like,
We match.
yes.
Have you been?
I've been good, actually. I got to take my dog to a play date, what do you call that? Social distancing for human play
Okay,
date with my best friend. Um,
okay,
and he has a really, really big yard. So she
okay,
went playing and playing and running. She never did that in my house because I don't have
okay,
a huge yard. And so right now, she let me sleep in this morning. She
ooh.
let me take a rest in. She's so tired. Now she's chewing on a bone, but oh my God.
Where is
Like
she now? She there?
she's on
She's
the
there?
floor of the
Oh,
kitchen
she's
chewing the bone. Yeah, she's
okay.
always, I should have named her not Sophia. I should have named her Shadow.
Shadow. Yes.
Because I walk a little bit and she's like,
Oh,
you
because
know,
they always want your attention. Like
yes,
a dog is a child that never grows up.
it's so wonderful. It's so pure, the love. Yeah.
Yes, that's a
Do you
true
have
love.
a do you have a dog?
No, I can't. I can't because the only dog I have is this ceramic dog. That's all I have. No, I don't have time. You know how difficult. You know how difficult because you
Yes,
always travel,
yes,
and I don't have anyone. I'm not married. I don't have people at home like they can
yes, yes.
take care of
I
my.
I live very close to my mother, and my
Okay.
brother also lives close to us. So now that we moved to Florida, it's much easier to have the ability of when we finally get back to work,
Oh, it's
I
gonna
will
take
have.
time. It's gonna take a long time, actually.
Exactly. And I want to make sure that the fans know that we can be here this way and we can try to get creative, but we all have to have patience because I think the last place and the last thing
Yes,
that will be able to get back to work is
it's
us.
concert.
Yes.
Massive, massive shows. That's all.
Yes.
That's the last
Yeah.
thing they're gonna
So,
open, actually.
and I feel very good about that because I know everyone's safe by them.
Yes, everyone is safe, but the only thing I'm care about, actually, I'm worried about, it's behind us. There's a huge entourage, right? And with people working, the crew, musicians, and all of them. The only thing I'm worried about is this, what they're gonna do until 1 year, because I
Uh,
think it's gonna take more than 6, 7 months.
oh
So
yes, yes.
I hope they will help them actually.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it is if they have to find, like, if they have to find other work, I know that once we come back, we will feel loyal and take them right back. And, you know, I mean, it's awful. It's awful to think about every single person we're unemploying, you know?
Yes,
And it's so true. We are a business, but we're not Apple, and we're not, you know, like these places that
you.
can say, yeah, we are work for hire, even though we work with these people, you know, all throughout the year.
First of all, we're human actually. So today I did a homework with my sister because she's studying. She was taking an English lesson, and the homework was the charts about the happiness of people.
Oh,
You know, and the graphic, the chart says that from the age of 18 years old until 30, 35 years old, the only thing about people care is money. So the happiness for people is the money.
oh
And then the
wow.
graphic from 35 until 70 years old, they all take care about health. And
Oh,
that's true because we all work for our career. We spend our day,
yeah.
our full day working about for our career, but we never think about our health. That's the most
It's
important
true.
thing of our
We
life.
always think it's there when we're young. We're invincible,
Yes.
right?
And we are small like this when there's a huge problem. But
Yes.
it's beautiful today on 2020 with this technology, this thing. We are so close even though we are far away. And it's
Yes.
amazing. It's
I mean, I
amazing.
have to say I didn't have that when I was your age. I didn't have that in the old days. In the old days, we did not have this technology, or at least even with Skype back in the day, I didn't use it because it was so weird to me because it was normal to be on the phone. It was normal to have a conversation on the phone. It was weird to think it wasn't as um, loving to do
Mhm.
this. Now it's normal to do this. And actually, I am grateful being on the road to have this communication because we have to be on the road so long, you know?
That's but I think there are people they prefer how it was before than today.
Well, I do. I do
Okay.
because we know it's old school, and that's sort of what I call it. It is like the way it used to be was so much more, and I can say so much more romantic, so much more loving, so much more grounded because we didn't get distracted by our phone. We were
Yes.
having a proper conversation with the person, and we, you know, we didn't really care about the rest of the world other than that conversation, you know.
Yes.
Um, but you
And,
know,
and
so I
actually, I think in the concert before there were more applauses than today. More applause because today they always keep the phone in their hand. So at the
yes.
beginning, at the end, they cannot clap the hand, right?
Yes, I agree. I also think that 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 audiences, because people have made such big production, more than what we do, which is like sing, they expect the fireworks, they expect the dancers, they expect, in my job for sure, they expect
Yes.
so much more than then I like to show the vibe of the song. I like to show the passion of what it was to write it or sing it, and I think that that for you guys as well, in your career, it's most of the time people actually sat and enjoyed it rather than you have the young
Yes.
generation filming
Actually,
because they don't know, they that's how they want to see it again, you know.
Yes, but I think it's different, like our genre than yours, because in our genre, we sing with the orchestra, so
Yes.
we don't need the fireworks.
No, you
So,
don't.
but at the same time, I prefer having. I'm 25 years old, so I love the emotion of the fireworks and all this moment, especially at the end of the show.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
But
You know,
it's,
I really can't wait to see again those faces at the
I
end of
know.
our
I
performance.
know.
Crazy.
I will say that I I had fun and I asked the fans to send me questions for you.
Really.
Yeah. And some of them are in Italian, so I can't help you with that. But
How about your Italian?
huh?
Speedy, you've been performing in Italy since how many years?
All right. Where's this conversation going?
No, 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 no. Please, can you answer to my to my
20.
question? 20
20.
years. How about your Italian? What do you know?
Um, I it's no bene. It's no bene.
It's no
But
bene.
I will say that a very good idea for me
Okay.
is I'm going to be not working for so long. I will try to take the virtual class or whatever it's called. Like,
Okay. Rosetta
don't bark.
Stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to
Rosetta.
try to do stuff like that so I can have a couple of, because what I don't have and what I get confused with is I know a little bit of French and I know a little bit of Spanish
Okay,
and
that can
some
help
of
you.
their verbs, and then I get confused. Hey, don't bark.
She needs
We're having a
cuddles.
conversation.
She needs
She's
cuddles.
she's a puppy. She's a puppy. So we can we just okay. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Sophia.
Sophia. Yeah, she's coming
Sophia.
over to my feet now.
Yes.
Sophia. Sophia, wait, don't go onto my skirt. Go right okay. Say hi. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
she's lovely.
Oh, let me tell you, I scored because like I've never rescued a dog, but uh, they're not like her from what I hear. They're not the like the sweet and like angel, and so I know God sent her to me for
Yes.
this time. She's really, really, really lovely, but she's a puppy, so I have to put everything on the table.
How
So, okay, so let me look at, okay, let's see. A little connection. Do you see me? Wait, hold on the connection. Shh, shh, shh. You still there? Oh, you're, yeah, she's very, very demanding. Should, let me, you're still frozen. Let me try to, hello? Are you there? Oh,
let me see.
it's difficult this way. I can, wait, I think I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear. Can you
You're
see
back.
me?
Yes, I can see you. Oh, wait a minute. Now you're a different, what did you do? You're in a different t-shirt.
Yes, I can. I see you clearly.
Okay,
Yes.
so what happened? Are you a
No,
magician?
I just take out my sweater because no,
So all of a sudden
I
you're
took it out because
frozen. You're like
because
this, and all of a sudden you come back and it's like a magic guy, and you're like, I'm in a different outfit. Wow. I didn't know you were
different
taking up
hair,
magic.
different hair. I have so many questions actually because I don't know how to use this.
Okay, I know,
But
isn't it weird? I did it for the first time the other day and I was a total hot mess. Um, so
okay,
we can get
I
better.
have a question for you. I have a
Okay.
question for you. What's the craziest thing that happened to you during a show?
During a show? Okay. I was on with Piero from Il Volo and we got cut off. So I am going to continue the live Insta and see if we can continue this from me having him come on and the fans can come over here.
Oh, here we are again.
Okay, we're gonna make it work this
I don't
time.
know. I don't know what's going on. I
I
really
know, but
don't
you know
understand.
what? Everyone, obviously, we're all in this together. Everyone is
Okay.
on their phone.
Yes.
Everyone
Too
there's
many
no,
connections.
yeah, so everyone is using their phone. Everyone is on the internet. So the connections are like, especially it is Sunday.
Oh,
So,
yes. You're right.
forget about it.
You're
It's like
right.
the internet is probably like,
Yes. Too
like so
many.
stretched. But
So,
so you
I
were asking.
was I was asking you, what's the craziest thing that happened to you during a concert?
Now, there's a few different things that I can say crazy. Like, more on the frustrating part is when my sound isn't working,
Oh,
right? When my sound
okay.
is off and the pack doesn't work or something's completely like, I don't know what's happening and I can't hear anything because, we have these things. And if without them, we're like,
No, we can't.
no,
We
we're like,
can't.
like a fish out of water. We're just flailing around. And so a couple of times as a woman, we're always in very interesting outfits as opposed to you in a very, simple.
Suit and
And
tie.
so like they have to go into places and I'm so different that I decide you can do it on stage while I'm in front of the audience. And so I'm standing there and I'm like, anyway, everybody, I'm just getting my mic pack changed. Instead of like some of the other artists that are fancy, just leave the stage and get it fixed. But I just,
Yes.
they're like in my
Okay,
cuckoo
but
and my tutu. But it makes it fun. It's live. And then the other time, I have to say, and I'm not saying this because it was Italy, it really took my breath away, was all the sound went out in my um, in my concert, and oh God, I wish I could remember where it was, particularly in
what do you mean?
Italy.
Sound, lights, everything?
Yeah, well,
Wow.
I think it was just the board, so I think it was the front of house. Done.
Okay.
Like we didn't know it was gone. We're like, so all you're seeing is like the guitar going crazy and me going crazy, and all you hear is drums. But I didn't know this, so we're going crazy, and all of a sudden, like we were. I don't know who found out first, but all of a sudden we're like, oh, there's no sound out there, and we're like, oh, okay. So, but you could tell we were doing live because once you have
Yes.
nothing there, you're kind of like everyone's still
Because
working.
many people think that sometimes we sing playback or,
Yes. Not
there's a
you and me.
world behind this.
No, no. So in order for them to hear us, we need something. That's what when we have the sound system in the center of the audience, that is how they can hear us better. And
Yes.
sometimes people don't know that. So when that went out, then I'm like, oh, all right. Okay, so
Oh,
first of all,
did you keep singing like a
yeah,
cappella?
yeah, I was like, because naturally, when I realized the sound was out, I put the microphone to my mouth like a blonde, and I was like, okay, but it's not working. So I was like, and I was like, everybody, the
Oh, that's
sound
beautiful.
does not work. Now everyone could hear me because they're all silent and they're loving it. And so I'm like, but I don't need a microphone, so I can sing for you. And all of a sudden,
They went crazy.
some, no, some of my, whoever started it, started singing a song which I'd never heard before, but obviously it's something that every Italian knows this song, and and everybody in the audience
Start
sang
singing.
this song for me. And I was like,
Oh,
I
wow.
am in love. I'm already in love with Italy. They have my heart. They really just have this genuine love for music and genuine love
It's
for
so
life.
warm. The audience so
Yes.
warm.
And it's not a persona. It's not it, I know that people put labels on things, but like I I don't even know what the language is, and I just feel it. In my
Yes.
heart, I feel it. It's honest, it's natural, it's real. And so I was like, oh my God. So everyone's like, and they're full on, very loud. Everyone's giving it welly. The old people, the young people, they're all like, and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And
That's
so,
the true love of your fans, actually, because
yeah.
I think
And so I went to go
there's a difference.
and I
There's a
have to tell you
difference between a concert, okay?
the magic of this was they finished singing. And I was like, oh my God. And then, of course, I forget the microphone doesn't work again because they distracted me. And I was like, and all of a sudden my voice happened. And
No
I was like,
way.
oh my God. And I said, you guys are magic. And like they made it happen. I felt like they brought the love so much that the sound system went back on again. It was
That's why
incredible.
that's why the difference between doing a show, your concert, and a normal performance at the TV in a TV show. When you perform in your concert, there are the people who left their houses to come to see you. So everyone
Oh,
who is sitting next to you, every single person is there because they love you and they want to listen to you. So everything that can happen in your concert, they will accept it. So
oh,
that's different when you sing in a TV show because people who watch TV, they are not your friends. Like
yes,
some of them, yes, some of them, no. So you have to convince them and you have to get in the houses of every single
right.
person. But that's the reason why I love to perform in this show. And that's what I think before going on stage. Because when we tour, sometimes we get used to sing the same songs every single night.
Yes,
But the
yes.
most important thing to think is that you before you go on stage, you have to think that the people over there, they came to see you. They
Oh,
paid the ticket
yes,
to listen your voice. So there's a reason
yes.
why you have to give the best of you.
Be quiet. Go
I
out there
think
and
she agree. She agree.
yes. She was like, "Hey," she said, "How do you say?" Oh, no, she said, "See." Yeah,
See, yes.
yeah.
So one time, talking about crazy thing, I was in Miami. We were doing a show in Miami, and there was something happened in my family in Italy. So I had my head in the backstage to check my phone. So during Ignazio was performing, I went to the quick change to check my phone to see if I received the message. So then it was my turn, and I forgot to check the microphone, and I didn't realize that I had my cell phone in my hand. So when I start singing, I saw my hand and I had the cell phone. She said, "Shit, where's the microphone?" So I couldn't sing. So I went back to
That
the.
is amazing. That is pure genius. Is it on the internet?
No, no, no. I don't know. Actually, I
Wow.
never checked this because I think nobody realized it. Like I didn't sing the first lyrics of
Right. So they didn't
of
like. Sometimes they don't really. They're wrapped around it, and you have the orchestra playing, and everything is like magic, and you realize it. But in your like when we're performing, do you feel like it's so much longer when something's wrong that it's like
yes.
7 minutes long and it's only a second?
It's an
And I'm
endless
like, this
moment.
is the worst thing in the world, and everything's going so slow.
I agree. That happens all the time. And one day,
Completely.
do you know the meet and greet after the show?
I do
Like,
it before.
so we did a meet and greet. We were in Mexico, and during the meet and greet 2 or 3 years ago, so we were in the middle of an earthquake in Mexico.
Oh, oh
So all the
no.
fans, there were like 100 fans online to take pictures. So we left the
Like
house
during the earthquake? The
during the
earthquake happened
earthquake.
during the meet and greet?
Yes. So everybody left. So we left. We lived the moment with all the fans. The earthquake. We were all super scared, but it was the worst moment of my life.
Okay, well, you definitely have a lot more excitement with what you're doing. I don't know. Maybe I do have stuff like this. I just never think about it because life is so like I mean, I do have crazy things that happen, but I just feel like what I've used to get through all of these things that I think are nuts is now I say hashtag never dull, which means nothing is ever normal.
Oh,
So
for sure.
while we're going through it and while something is happening and it's absolutely nuts, I turn and I go, hashtag, and then the other person says, never know,
There we go.
because we never feel like it's going to be normal, you know.
Yes.
But yes, if you start getting me thinking about crazy things, okay, I'll tell you a crazy thing that happened. See, you're getting me thinking. Okay, we were leaving, it was this year, we were leaving Australia, no, New Zealand for the
Okay.
airport. And it was my sister, me, and my tour manager in a car heading to the airport, and this woman, female driver. And then on the back where the luggage is, because it's New Zealand, they had like this little, like almost like an extra thing that they hook on the back of the truck.
Okay.
Like a little, I don't know, you call it a trailer just for
Okay.
luggage.
Okay.
So so we put our luggage in there and we're on the freeway, and I'm looking, and this woman next to us that's driving next to us is like what's
You
wrong with
lost.
her? What's Something must be happening with us right now. And I said, Miss, she wants to talk to you. This driver wants to talk to you. And she rolled over and she goes, your luggage fell out. And we looked
No
back
way.
and there's a piece of luggage left on the freeway. And we were like, oh.
Your
So
red dress was in the
we pull
freeway.
over to the side of the road and we're like, what? So we're looking down the road and we're like, oh my God, there's one of our luggages. Nobody knows. We don't know what. We don't know. We just see this lump and we're like, oh my God. So my sister and
No.
I start jogging down the side of the road, to see if, like, which bag is it? What's happening? What are we going to do? We lost one bag. Okay, it's one bag. Is it my bag? Is it my tour manager's? Is it my sister's? Can we, like, what's happening? I don't want anybody to hit it. What if they get in an accident? This is crazy. So we kind of get to where the bag is, and it just so happens that, and it's in Australia, so it's in the London side of the road, the
Okay.
opposite side.
Okay.
So it just
Yes.
so happens that where you get on the freeway, like, let's just say the freeway is, I don't know, you're seeing me in a different way, but however you normally go on the freeway, we usually go the left when you go
Yes.
onto the freeway.
Like London.
Right. So they do the opposite. They go the right. So
Okay.
when we were going on the freeway, we were going on the right. And right when the freeway happens and we were going on, that was where kind of the luggage ended up. Not in the middle of a lane,
Oh.
but
Okay.
right kind of in that little diamond
I
while you
was still
merge.
very dangerous.
It was once again, I have good angels. So I was like, at least it wasn't in the middle of the road and someone was going to hit it. But it was one lane. And so my sister, like a jackrabbit, she's like looking at the cars, and she goes and takes it, and she's so strong. She whips the luggage, slides it to the side of the road,
But
and I was like, yeah!
the bags, they were not open, right?
They weren't open. Those bags only cost $200. They were not scratched, not open. All these expensive bags, and this bag was like, like
Yes,
I'm
they
so
exist.
grateful.
Wow,
But
that
so
was
we're all like
crazy.
panting. We're all like, oh my God, oh my God. We get into the car and we all look at each other and said, hashtag. It was like,
Yes.
you can't, don't you feel like sometimes what happens on the road, you wish there was a live camera
When you
filming these moments
travel,
because they don't feel real?
you never know what can you
No,
don't know what
and
can expect you the day, what
yes,
receive you for you, what deserves. So you have to prepare of everything.
it's
Like,
true.
let's
And
see
you
what
have,
happens.
when did you, because I don't know much about, when did you get together with the boys for the
Okay.
first time and realize you were going to sing together with Il Volo?
Actually, it was in 2009.
Okay.
We met in this Italian TV show for young kids.
Okay. All of you were separate?
Yes, all of us, we were separate. So the producer decided to put our voices together. And
Wow.
then we went to the States to sign with Universal Interscope.
Ah,
So we were 15 years old singing like with these
wow.
voices. And this is when we first signed for the first time. Look how we were when we were young. This is me.
Oh my God, look at
You want to
you guys.
see Ignazio?
I remember you guys completely. I remember you
Yes.
just like that. And it's just so darn cute that I was like, and now I see you guys are men, you know? And I'm like, and you've all like, you get out of your teenagehood and you're men and you have learned so much being on the road, and you I think there's really a brotherhood between
Yes.
all of you, a real, and you have
Yes.
such a good manager, such a
Yes.
wonderful manager that's like a father.
That's the most important thing. Yes. That's the most important thing. We always talk
Yes.
like 2 hours, at least 2 hours a day.
Oh,
Always.
oh my
Always.
God.
Before we were doing a call and I say, I have a meeting today at 4, so please, I have to hang up before 4. Yes, because we were talking about, because in our like business, in our profession, something happens every single day.
Yes,
Something happens. There's
yes,
something to do every single day.
it's true.
It's
And
a challenge. It's a daily
yeah,
challenge.
and it's funny when I get on the phone with my manager, he says to me, he always makes sure that he doesn't have too many calls after my call. Because he's like, he knows we're going to be on the phone longer than we're supposed to. So he tries not to make a call too soon after. He's like,
Yes.
book my call, but don't book anything after for like an hour.
Hour,
Because even though we have
hour,
one thing to
hour,
talk
two
about,
hours.
right?
Yeah.
And 2 hours later, it's like, oh wow, it's already midnight. All right, let
Yes, but
me let me see some questions
yes.
here and see if I can. Um,
Oh, there's someone. This girl says, "I've grown up with Anastasia."
oh,
Anastasia, I love the way you smile, and especially I love the way you laugh.
oh, I laugh a little loud, so sometimes it can freak people out. Um, so let's see. Okay, I'm gonna say this. It's in Italian, but obvious, so I don't know. So it's Piero, ti iniarom, wait, innamoresti di
Okay.
una fan.
Oh, would you ever fall in love with a fan?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yes, babe. Good pronunciation. Oh, who knows? Who knows?
Okay, that's an
So,
honest answer. That's an honest
because
answer.
yes, because people we love someone that maybe we don't know each other, but love doesn't have, how do you say, walls.
Boundaries. Yeah,
Boundaries,
boundaries.
yes. Yeah, who
Yeah,
knows?
love
Maybe.
doesn't have a decision on, you know, like you can fall in love with many different people from many different things. I most of the time I fell in love with people who weren't in my business, but they were just normal working people with a normal job. They weren't ever usually in my business, because I liked the normal life.
Yes.
Like my business is my business, but I'm very, very traditional. Like in my normal life, I'm very boring. I'm just about family, which isn't boring to
That's
me,
beautiful.
but
That's beautiful. That's
some people think
beautiful.
that's boring. So another question is, are you watching any Netflix these days? If so, what?
Ooh, I started at the beginning watching Netflix. I watched um, the House of Papers. Then I watched Elite. And then that's it. That's it. No, I'm
You
not
don't
watching
watch much
TV.
Netflix.
No,
Really?
I'm not watching TV. No,
What do you do? You read.
I read. I sing like 2 hours on my lessons. I work out and I listen music. I don't
Oh.
want to spend time watching TV.
Okay, well,
I
we are
it,
completely the opposite.
I don't know. It makes me feel like all the time I watch TV and I
You're
say, "Oh,
missing.
I can do yes, I can do something." So
No,
I don't want to
I
watch TV.
agree. And to be honest, this quarantine, you know, you think about what can bring beautiful stuff out of it. I'm like even saying to you, I'm going to learn Italian. I want to discover other things. Like I started reading, um, uh, I'm going to start reading. I haven't started reading,
Okay,
but Michelle Obama's book. I want to start attempting because I've never really been a book reader.
okay,
It's not been my thing, but I have seen a lot of things from her book, and it makes me want to read it from cover to cover.
okay.
Um, like I feel like she could embrace me, but I have to read a book that makes me feel something. I don't know that I would want to read a fantasy book. I would
Okay.
want to read like a book that, you know, touched my heart or, you know, really like takes me on a journey because in a way I think that's what the music does, and in a way sometimes the series on Netflix, like it makes me not think about maybe the heaviness or whatever's going on in life. It
Yes.
takes me away from it without thinking, you know, like, oh, I could go in this crazy series and who cares and whatever. It's like, I don't put much thought into, it's pure entertainment, you know.
Yes. Yes.
When
I
you're on the
agree.
road, when you're on the road, do you socialize a lot?
What do you mean socialize with people?
Like,
Like,
yeah, like do you go out and do you do that often, or do you find yourself
no.
to be kind of,
My life, it's very boring on the road because I always do the same things every single day.
yeah, me too.
I I sleep 8, 9 hours, then I go to the gym. I eat very boring stuff like white rice with tuna in a can. That's all I eat.
Yeah, on the
And
road it's, yeah, I'm like hummus and and like real vegetables, and yeah, it's not exciting.
I because when I go on the road touring, we have a big responsibility. Like we're not on vacation. Like that's
It's
what I
true.
think. But people think different. Of course, we're all different. So when I'm on the road, I don't want to risk. So I say I'm not on vacation. If even though I'm in that city for the first time and I have a show the day after, I just want to go to the hotel room, relax, watch like read, watch a TV series, and then go to sleep and get ready
Yeah.
for the show. Because you don't, everything can happen. So why
Yes.
why should I risk?
100%. You know, they my band is like, how do you stay, like I'm very isolated. And I do that because I love people and I love to communicate and I love to give energy to people. But if I give too much energy to places that aren't the stage, then I don't
Yes.
have the energy for the stage. And my job, like yours and you're speaking, is to sing all the notes right, to give all the energy to the fans. They're coming to see me, they're paying to see me. It's, I don't phone it in. I'm on stage, you know. It's not, you know, it's real. And I feel very, very guilty to have this happen. Actually, you know what? I will say, now that I just said that, my worst experience, now that I can remember my worst experience, you were there for it. It was in Milan, and it was
Okay.
when, um,
Oh, I was in that
yeah,
show.
yes, you were. In Milan, I had the flu uh, for a couple days, and we flew. I had a day off, and we flew into Milan, and the doctor gave me like medicine, but
Okay.
I didn't know that the medicine they gave me dehydrate my vocal cords.
Okay.
So it wasn't a singer's antibiotic, it was a normal person's antibiotic. There's certain things that as a singer you wouldn't take because it literally
Okay.
just
Yes.
dehydrates so that you could get better. And I felt better that
Okay.
morning. So I was like, oh, everything's cool. So I had promotion with Gecko, and so we did that, but I felt like I still felt like, oh, my voice isn't great yet, but it's
Okay,
fine.
but
You know, I never
you did a show,
I did
but the day
promotion with him, so
after,
we were
you cancel.
why I had to cancel the whole tour because
Yes.
I herniated my vocal cord. It
Oh.
didn't, it was like sprained. The
Okay.
whole vocal cord, the whole entire show, I was trying to sing the entire time, but the whole one side of my voice wasn't doing that. This one side was doing it, and the other side was like, girl,
Okay.
I'm tired. You
I'm
know,
tired.
so
Keep doing your stuff,
yeah,
but keep sleep.
but it was, and to be honest with you, I came off stage and I started to cry so hard because I thought I ruined my voice. And I thought, this is the last time I'm going to perform ever in my life, because, and the fans were singing, and I was trying to lower the key to my songs. I was like, oh, lower it, lower. Because I was like, you know, the higher notes weren't happening. And I was like,
Yes,
what? I
I
never
can
have this
understand.
issue. And so I was like, oh my God. So I had to take the steroids
Okay.
for, and I had to not sing for, gosh, for like, I
Three
want to say
weeks.
six, not talk or sing for maybe 3 weeks completely. And then little by little, I worked with a vocal coach, and I was so scared to speak for the first time. I was so scared to sing because, as you do and I do, we sing with so much power. Like,
Yes.
so, like a, we're sprinting when we sing. It is like
Hmm.
a locomotion train, fast. And so I was so scared to put that kind of power because I, you know, I was like, ah. So that
I
actually
had the
was the
feeling.
worst.
I had the feeling in a show. That's what I'm thinking. Like while you talk, I remember the day. It was December last year, December 2021, and we were in Budapest. We were doing a
Hmm.
show, and in the afternoon during the sound check, there was it was very cold, so the door was open. So I was singing, and I started sweating, and I took a cold, but I didn't realize it. So during the
Oh,
show, we were singing the Ave Maria, like half show, and I lost my voice, like
yes,
completely, and I
yes,
went into the panic. We
yes,
stopped the show for half hour. I took the cortisone.
yes,
Everyone went back on stage. We finished the show. So
yes.
I called my doctor and I say, I'm in Budapest. can you see me? When can you see me? He told me, as soon you land, I can see you. So right
Okay.
after the show, I went to the airport, took a flight. It was 2 a.m. and I went back to Bologna, and he visited me at 5:30 in the morning because I was super
Oh.
scared. Like if I crack my vocal cords, my life it's
Is over.
over. It's over.
Yes, yes.
So if he, as soon he put the camera into my vocal cords, and he says, the problem are not the vocal cords because you too cold, and I describe everything what happens. So after 3 4 days, my voice was back, and I was the
Right.
happiest person in the world.
Wow.
So from
Yeah.
there, I just take care of myself. I always, we always say, I'm dressed up as an onion.
What does
You know
that
what that
mean?
means?
No.
I was feeling hot, and I took off my sweater.
Yes.
So I always put sweater with a zip,
With a zip.
because
Yeah.
yes, because if you are cold, you can put it on. If you are warm, you have to take it out because you have to sweat.
Right.
So, and like the onion,
When
when you
you
eat the
peel the
onion,
onion.
when you peel the onion, it's one by that's what we say. Italian, we are very
No, it's so
fantastic.
you have the remedy for everything. All right, let me find one more question that's cute. Um, let me see.
Oh, look what she asked.
What?
What do you think? How will change your contact, the physical contact with your friends, like hugs and shaking hands?
Okay, so for me, once there's a vaccine, I'll go back to normal
Okay.
because this is very like once in 100 years, this kind of thing, you know? So I personally think that once there's a vaccine and the vaccine has taken its time and everyone's feeling better, then I feel like, why can't I hug my fan? Why can't I, but maybe my management will say different, just for safety. Um,
Yes.
but I just don't know. I don't know why I would decide to change that because for 20 years I've done that and I never had a problem, you
Wow.
know? It's just I I think this is a very, very unique situation and it's a very tragic situation. And I think that for the people that aren't here anymore, I want to live the life that they can't live, and I want to still put love in the world. And
Yes.
I'm not saying that I'm risking my life because it's after the vaccine. I don't want to risk my fans' life. I don't want to risk my family's life. But if there's a vaccine, I don't see why we can't kind of be able to do the things that we felt were normal. Because I
Yes.
think right now we need a new normal and we all have to follow the new normal. And once a vaccine happens and we're much better, not immediately, but once we realize that no one's catching it and everyone's healing and it's kind of
I
once it
think that
becomes
the most important thing, that if the last thing they're gonna open are the massive shows like the concert, it means that everything is
you can
super
hug.
safe. You can
Yes.
hug.
So
So
to
that's
me,
the
I'm looking
positive
forward to
thing.
those days. I'm looking forward to being able to hug a fan, to being able to hug like, and it's really a fan, someone I don't know, or someone even my fans that I know. I'm looking forward to hug them because they've been through the same thing I've been through.
Yes.
They've waited to go to shows. I've waited to do shows. It's like it's going to be a beautiful way
I think
to
it's the
come
same
back.
feeling. It's the same feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very difficult to imagine that it's the same, but it is. It is.
Yeah.
Because people are asking, "Oh, are you gonna do the show in August?" I say, and ask to myself, "Am I going to do the show? Am I going to do the show in August?" So that's the same question. But we we will be back. We will be back very
Yes.
soon.
Yeah, I mean, my belief is, and just my honest belief is, until there's a vaccine, I don't feel comfortable risking anyone's life coming to a concert. No matter if they want to sit 14 seats apart and they want to wear gloves. And I don't know that I want that to be my concert. And that
Me
won't be
too.
forever. That's not going to be forever, just until there's a vaccine. So what we might do is we might find interesting ways, like they're doing already, is doing concerts that are virtual, that, you know, everyone kind of records stuff and we put out music that way. We have enough time to have fun and figure out a new way of being able to show people our music
Yes.
that maybe people didn't even know about us or want to see our music until now, because now they're all on the internet, you know. So it's so okay, I'm going to ask you one question that they say, this person is saying, for me, quarantine equals food. So, are you eating stuff that you would normally not eat?
No, actually, this quarantine for me is very healthy,
Oh, God.
very
Really?
disciplined. Yes, yes. Like all the time that I'm on the road, I eat every single day, like 10 months a year in a restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Oh,
And I don't know what I eat. Like, okay, should I trust to this one? Should I trust to this restaurant? Okay, let's hope,
yeah,
let's
you
pray
never
for
know.
it.
That's true. That's
So
true.
so now I'm home and every single thing I eat, it's made by my mom's hands. So the bread, the pasta, the
The
everything.
vegetables from her,
The
yes, that's
all
true.
proteins,
Well, who
eggs,
wouldn't want? I mean, actually,
everything.
I would like to be quarantined with you because I would like to eat your mama's food. Cheers on that. Yes.
Yes.
I
Sweetie,
mean,
work out
I
every
would look
single day.
amazing if I was quarantined. You would make me
Work
work
out every single
out. You would
day.
make me eat
Eat
healthy.
healthy.
I would
Vocal
look like I'm
lessons.
15 again.
I love your cup, actually.
Starbucks.
Really. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's so big.
Yes.
I mean,
What are you drinking?
it is kind of
Cappuccino?
big. My sister got it for me in London because, you know, in hotels, they give you, like, we're American, so we like the bad coffee, which means not the good coffee that's small like you guys with the teeny weeny cup and,
Oh,
you know,
that's we eat single shots. You
right,
eat.
espresso.
You know what Ignacio says to the shows in the shows.
Yeah.
Italy, it's very difficult with America. Everything here, it's very big. Here, your street, they are so large. In Italy, just two lines. In Italy, the coffee, it's one shot, one espresso. Here, you have a lake in a cup.
Thank you. Yes, it's very bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, it's as big as my
Yes,
head.
he's super
But
funny. He's super
you
funny.
know, that's the thing, is that I like American coffee, like with the water, and it's not so strong. But I will say, when I'm in Italy, your coffee tastes so good. And I don't know what it
Yes.
is. It's like the beans and whatever. It's like, I don't know whether it's Illy or whatever brand it is. It's incredible. So in America, meh, it's like,
I
you
don't
know,
drink coffee. I don't drink coffee.
no.
No, I don't. I eat rice milk. That's it.
But rice milk, but you do tea?
Because of my
Nothing
teeth.
warm.
I like to have white teeth. So everything they can. I know.
So wait, question. Do you drink wine?
White wine.
Oh, of course, white wine.
White wine. Because the red wine can
They're making
be
the
made.
teeth. They're very nice.
Yes. Yes. You know,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
more. Do you drink wine?
I don't do any alcohol.
That's good.
Yeah. I did when I was younger, and since I've gotten older, I don't recover as well, and I also don't do it when I never did alcohol when I worked.
Okay.
And so is that the church?
Yes.
Oh. So is
You
it
see?
5? What was that?
Yeah, 5.
Oh my
That's the
God, we've been
church.
talking for an hour. We're incredible. Hi, pretty church.
Yeah, it's
Hi,
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Wait. Yes, that's the church right
Oh,
next to my
that's
to my
very nice.
house.
I don't have that. Hold on.
I've been talking for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
And 5.
Let me ask you the last question.
Okay.
Have you missed a flight?
Oh, God, yes.
Really? Why?
Um, Wait. No, I've never missed a flight, but I've had them canceled. I've had a flight that was canceled, and then we had to get, like, it was the only flight going to wherever we were going to play a concert. And, like, we had to get there, uh, and the next day was an early sound check and stuff like that. So there were moments when it was, but I don't think I personally missed a flight, not when I was working,
Okay.
because I got confused reading the board because I'm always with somebody. So I'm not that great as a traveler by myself.
Okay.
If I get distracted by oh, look at that. That's interesting. And then I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
So I didn't realize the gate was closing at a certain time. I thought that
Ooh.
was when they were boarding. I don't know. I don't know what was happening, but I got there too late. Or I thought that it was at a different, there was something where I got there and the doors were closed. And what I will say is there were 5 or 6 people that thought the same thing I thought.
Okay.
Like they went somewhere else or they went in a different direction. And then, the airport was so big that by the time we tried to get there, so I had to wait 5 hours at the airport to get another flight.
The next flight. You know what
Yeah,
happened one day? We were doing a tour in European tour, and we were supposed to go. I don't know, it was like 8 years ago at the beginning, the first European tour. We were all together, and we moved from one city, I think Amsterdam, Hamburg. I don't remember, but we were
right.
going to Hamburg. But musicians, crew, singers, and all the stuff, we were on the same train. We were going to the train, and with all these bags, right? So
It's so hard.
we said, okay, as soon we arrive, one goes down and the other one takes all the bags down, okay? Brings all the bags down. So, Alexa, so all the bags down. So the train stopped. So one person, just everybody was on the train. So the first person went down. So the other one put all the bags down. He brought all the bags down, but the stop was in Hamburg. It was Habsburg. So Hamburg was the next one. So when the train left again, we saw all our bags down there with one person, and he said hi to us with all the bags, and he had like 20 bags. He was alone by himself, and
Oh
everybody
no,
left to
you guys are
Hamburg.
like, what?
Oh, that was my shoes. So
Totally.
poor
Oh
him.
my God.
He took 2 cars, two or three taxi, and he went
That
like
is
he drove half
hilarious.
hour to Hamburg. It was hilarious. We could
That is
just
so
laugh. That's all
fun.
we can do. It
I
was
mean,
funny.
it is what it is. Um, but I could sit here and talk all day with you.
Yes,
And I
me
have
too.
so many questions from the fans that I didn't get to. I feel very guilty. But
Oh, sorry.
maybe next month we do another fun questions for your fans. Um,
Yes,
and we figure out something to do exciting for them. Maybe
yes,
we
we will.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe the song we performed the first time. You don't have to say you love me.
Yes, that's true. We could sing together.
You don't have to say you love me just because, just the way you are.
I know, right? You don't
You
have
don't
to
have to
say.
stay
I don't
forever.
remember the.
You don't have to stay forever. I will understand. Believe me,
Believe me,
believe
believe
me.
me.
You don't have to say you love me just the way you are. You don't have to stay forever. I will understand.
I
Believe me. That's
Yes,
beautiful.
we
That's
will
beautiful.
definitely. Yeah, we need to
Yes.
do a little bit of some fun a cappella. Thank you
Ciao,
so
sweetie.
much. It was
Thank
wonderful to
you. It
connect
was
with you.
beautiful. It was
Thank
beautiful.
you, fans, for checking in. I know that we were first on Piero's and now we're on mine. So I'll make sure that I save it so that you can put it on your live as well. Okay?
Yes.
All
Grazie a
right,
tutti.
sweetheart.
Ciao
Okay.
belli. Ciao bella.
Grazie a
Ciao
tutti.
ciao.
Ciao, bello.
Ciao bella.
Oh,
See you
no, for
soon.
you. Is it Bella as well?
Bella
Bello.
for you. Bello. Okay.
Bello.
Sweetie.
Okay.
Say sweetie.
Oh, sweetie? Okay, sweetie. I mean, okay, it's better.
Ciao bella. Ciao.
Ciao, mi
Love you.
amore.
Ciao.
Bye.